Microsoft is back with Phi-4, and this time it's multimodal. After one long year, Microsoft has released this new model in Phi family of models, which always has impressed me because of its quality. This new model is a reasoning 15 billion parameter open weight model which we are going to install locally, and we are going to do a very deep dive into its architecture in as simple words as possible. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates without any hype. If you really want to support the channel, please become a member. So coming back to this new model, as I said, it takes images and text as input and produces text output. It's built for two main jobs: mathematical and scientific reasoning over visual inputs like charts, equations, and diagrams, and computer use agent tasks where it needs to read a screen and identify where to click. What's clever is that it's a single model that decides whether to think slowly with a full chain of thought or answer immediately depending on the complexity of the task. I will be talking more about its architecture and benchmarks, but let's also get the installation underway and we will keep talking. This is Ubuntu system which I have, and my GPU card is NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. If you're looking to rent a GPU like me on very affordable price, you can find the link to Mass Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. The tool which I am going to use in order to get this installed is VLLM. If you don't know what VLLM is, how to get it installed, just watch this second video after searching for VLLM tutorial on my channel, and you will be a hero in VLLM from zero in no time, guaranteed. I already have this VLLM installed, as you can see, and I'm already into that directory. Let me quickly show you my VLLM version 2. So this is a VLLM, quite a recent latest version which I am running. Second step which we need to do is to git clone the repo which they have provided. Let me do that and I will drop the link to it in video's description. That's done. Next step which we need to do is to install a VLLM plugin on top of our actual installation. Now what this plugin is, I will tell you shortly when we review the architecture, because this matches with its mid fusion. So let me install this plugin. And the plugin is installed. Now we can download and serve the model with VLLM, and I have just put the model Hugging Face repo here, and then we are just saying it enforce eager, which simply skips CUDA graph compilation to save time on first launch. You can even remove it, doesn't really matter. So let's run this. It is going to download the model first. Now while it downloads the model, let's talk more around the benchmarking and bit of an architecture. Look at the benchmarks. The model performed well on GUI grounding task with around 88.2% on screen spot V2, which is quite, I would say, at the very last column, very impressive, and quite respectable scores on Math Vista. And then also, I think the ablation is also quite good here. If you look at this diagram, this is also quite impressive. So this is the ablation table that shows a dynamic resolution at 3600 token, which gives the best screen spot pro score around 17.5, and then this is what the final model uses. So it's quite competitive at its size class, but you can see that Qwen 3 VL 32 billion clearly outperforms it on most reasoning benchmarks. This is a model optimized for running locally, but not for topping for leaderboards. It is good that Microsoft is not really worrying about the benchmarks here. This is the beauty which I really love. The architecture is very straightforward. The images go through a SIG-lib2 vision encoder, which is a specialized image to token converter. And that is from Google, and it is an improved version of model that translates pixel into a sequence of number a language model can understand. That's it. Those visual tokens are then passed through a small projection layer MLP that maps them into the same embedding space as text tokens. Now, The cool thing here is this mid fusion. Mid fusion simply means this injection happens in the middle of the pipeline, not too early before the language model exists and not too late at the output. So the language model sees visual and text tokens interleaved together. The language backbone is Phi-4 reasoning, which handles everything from there. Now this is where the plugin which we installed comes handy. It's a custom VLLM extension that teaches VLLM how to handle Phi-4 reasoning vision specific mid-fusion architecture, because VLLM doesn't natively know how to load and run this model out of the box. Okay, let's go back to our terminal. And the model is now being served. Let me now show you how to test it out. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to provide this hard math problem, which is quite hard. I mean, I'm not even expecting it to finish it very quickly because it's a reasoning model. And then we are going to pass it on to that model and see the result. Let me quickly show you the VRAM consumption first, as the model is loaded onto the GPU, consuming around 44 gig of VRAM at the moment. For a 15 billion reasoning model, not bad really. And then let me show you the code which I'm going to use. So this is the image which I just showed you from my local system. This is the model, and we are passing the payload or the prompt and the image to the model with some hyperparameters. We are getting the response back. Because it's a reasoning model, so I have just put the timeout to 10 minutes. So let's see how it progresses. I'm just going to cancel this and let me run that app.py. It is going to take a bit of a time. So let's wait. And the model is very intelligent. It has thought for around 2 to 3 minutes, come back with this response and says that this is already a transcription of expression. There is no further simplification or calculation possible without knowing the values of some of the variables, as you can see here, very correct. And then it has given us the response here. So I think this is pretty good, and it has also given us this later format. Anyway, let's try out a real question and the real problem, and then we will go from there. Maybe I will just put on a GUI. I just want to see the thinking more. Maybe I will just serve my Open Web UI. And Open Web UI is running. Let's access it in the browser at port 3000. So this is my Open Web UI. I already have selected one image from my local system, and this is just a handwritten equation which I wanted to solve. Actually, there are two. So I'm going to ask it that there are two handwritten math equations on this paper with some crossed out working. So identify each equation, solve them, and find the values of x for each. Let's see if it is able to do that. Let's also check out its reasoning. So it has identified it, x square minus 5x plus 6, yep, is equal to 0. That one is done, and also the second one, x square minus 4x plus 3, yep, is equal to 0. So OCR is quite good in terms of equations. And then it has thought about it a bit. Sorry, this is a thinking, and it has given us some answer, I believe. And I have verified the results. The model got both equations correct, vectored them properly, and found the right roots. It also correctly ignored all the crossed out scribbling, which is exactly what I wanted. So I think clean result for a genuinely noisy input image. Very impressive. Okay, let's carry on our visual reasoning testing, because this model excels in charts. So I'm just going to use this chart, and for this I'm asking it, looking at this benchmark comparison chart, which model performs most consistently across all tasks and which model has the biggest performance gap. So let's see if it can do that VQA. It is reasoning, thinks very, very groundedly, really like it. And then it is testing, also evaluating its own answer. Really, really good stuff. And even didn't even think, just gave me thinking plus answers in one go. And the answer is spot on. Absolutely correct. You see, this is a performance gap. Amazing stuff. And now let's try to do some invoicing test, so maybe I will just go with a paid invoice. By the way, all these images are AI generated mostly. So this is just a fictitious invoice, and I'm asking it extract all the information from this invoice into a structured format, identify who is billing whom, and tell me if this invoice has been paid. And the funny thing is that it's not even thinking, but it's very funny. It is just giving the straight up answers. Yep, that's right. And it says that it is paid. All the answers from top to bottom with the OCR. Really, really good stuff. Now let's test out its GUI grounding, where we can use it for the web user computer use. So I'm just going to give it this mobile phone screen image, and then I'm asking it to list all the visible apps, identify what city the weather is showing, and current condition. So you see, I'm also asking it for the time. It's New York, the time is 10:09 a.m. and then some of the applications here. Let's see if it is able to do that or not. Yep, these are the apps, correct. 72 Fahrenheit, New York City, 10:09. How good is that, really, seriously? And before you ask, the model is not multilingual, and that is the only fault I could, or fault, or maybe limitation of this model. But Microsoft says that they are going to release a multilingual version. I think it might not be the biggest model, but arguably one of the most practical ones you can actually run yourself on these sort of tasks with, and most of these tasks are business oriented. So very useful model in my humble opinion. Let me know your thoughts. Again, please become a member of the channel and follow me on X, as that helps a lot. Thank you for all the support.